kitchen. We just heard a crash. The dog dropped a bone on the floor and it just sounded terrible, so that's why we're laughing. I'm so excited that you all are here today. Thank you for sharing your time with me and coming to the kitchen. If you're new to my channel, I want to welcome you and thank you for taking your time to spend time with me. I know time is valuable and I really appreciate you taking your time to spend it with me. I want to tell you a little bit about myself. If you are new, maybe you don't know what this is all about. So my name is really Laura, and my grandma name is Lolly, and my husband's grandpa name is Pops. So we're Lollipops. So we sing the song, do the pop, and our grandson absolutely loves it. So Lolly's Kitchen came from that. So we just moved into a new home last year, and it's got a nice kitchen with a great entertaining space. And my friends come over, they always feel like, well, all of our friends, when they come over, they feel very welcome into our home. And they just feel like hospitality must be second nature to me. So that's what this is all about. This is about giving you the opportunity to learn some tips and tricks, maybe to feel comfortable inviting people into your home so that they feel welcome. So we like to say that friends come into our house, but family leaves our house, because we want you to be family when you leave. So that's the whole point of this channel, to give you some ways to make some food, maybe food that you can store in your freezer. Somebody pops over, you can pull it out, you can have a cup of tea, cup of coffee, and a dessert or something, or an easy kind of dinner. And that's what this is about. It's about kind of semi-homemade food so that cooking's not intimidated. I'll give you some tips and tricks, and hopefully you enjoy it and have fun. So we recently started promoting our page on Facebook, so we started doing an ad and that sort of thing. And I just want to let you know that we got some great comments. In fact, tonight's dinner has been recommended by Kenneth, and I thank you. And we're going to make a nice steak salad with roasted potatoes, so I'm excited about that. And in asking for ideas of what to make for food, because I run out of ideas sometimes, we got some hateful comments. And I just want to let you know, in life, haters are going to be haters. People that don't have joy within them are going to try to steal your joy. Don't let them do that. Just put a smile on your face, ignore it. Obviously, if it's dangerous, report it. But if it's anything else, try to be the light. Let your smile kind of cast the darkness away and just be happy. So that's what this is all about. It's about finding joy and being happy and sharing space with your friends, who hopefully become your family. So today, as I said, we are going to make a steak salad with roasted potatoes. That was a great suggestion. And we're gonna do it with a little bit of an Asian twist to it. So we're gonna jump right into that. Okay, so I made this dish before, not on here, but just for myself, and it was a spicy pork bowl. And there was a marinade on it that I absolutely have fallen in love with this marinade. So this marinade includes soy sauce, and it's got some of this, that chili sauce. I think it's sambal, oelek. I don't know, I'm not really good with pronouncing things. My husband's laughing at me all the time. And then it's got sesame oil, ginger, brown sugar, some different ingredients in it, which will all be listed for you. So I mixed all that together, and then I got a shaved flank steak from the store, and I have been marinating this meat for about 2 days, honestly. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take it out, and we're gonna throw this on the grill. So I have it nice and marinated, and they're probably about a ½ inch thick piece. So I'm just putting it on here. I was gonna put it in the broiler, but my husband convinced me to put it on the grill. So we're gonna put it on the grill. I would very easily put this in the broiler though. So in the broiler, what I have is, if I were gonna do that, I have a cookie cooling rack here, and I actually I would put the meat on that, and I'd put it in the broiler, and I would put it on for about, I don't know, 4 to 5 minutes on each side, depending on how you like the meat. My goal is to get this still a little pink on the inside. So if that's your goal, then that's great. If you want to cook it to death, you don't need to, because the quality of meat is better today, not like when your grandma did it and you don't have to cook the bugs out of it. It's really probably good. but you can cook it to a well done state as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spread this out, and the reason I'm doing that is because I want to add a few more seasonings to it. So this probably has more than enough seasonings in it to make it flavorful, but what I want to do is I want to add a little bit more because I'm using these seasonings in other things, and I just want to tie all the flavors together because I think that that's really important. I'm taking my gloves off. So I have been going to the Savory Spice Shop, which is somewhat local to us. You can actually order this online. This is the Asian Delight Barbecue Rub, and it is amazing. So this is like my new favorite. So I'm gonna add a little bit of this because I have it in other things. I have it in the potatoes. I have it in the dressing that we're gonna use on the salad. So I'm just gonna go ahead and sprinkle a little bit on this, on the meat. I don't really have any salt in this marinade other than soy sauce. So that's my salt. So there is a little salt in this rub, and so that's gonna give, you know, I don't want it to be too salty. All right, so I'm pretty generous with it because I really like it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on, and now we're gonna take a little field trip outside and we're gonna put this on the grill, okay? So we have the grill, it's a charcoal grill that we have brought up to about 400, 500 degrees, I've just been told, which is really hot. And so that's gonna create a searing of your meat. So we're not gonna need to cook it quite so long. So we'll see how it looks. We're just gonna, well, you'll see how it looks when we do this. So, all right, let's go outside and take a peek. Okay, so you saw that we put that on the grill. The grill was a really hot temperature, is about 500, maybe a little bit more. So what you're looking for, depending on the kind of grill you have, that's kind of a kettle type of grill. But say you have just a regular charcoal grill or you have a gas grill, you just want the hottest temperature you possibly can get. On a charcoal grill, you're looking for your briquettes to turn white. So there's a nice ember on the bottom and they're nice and white. That means that they're hot and ready to go. Once they're white though, you gotta get cooking because those will fade off and your heat will start going on the downward slope. On a gas grill, I don't particularly care for gas grills myself, only because I don't like the flavor of gas in my meat. But if that's what you have, no problem, just get it nice and hot, and then you're just gonna sear it on both sides. What we ended up doing on this is we ended up cooking them for about 4 minutes on each side. The smaller pieces we took off maybe around 3 minutes. I had my grilling guru with me giving me pointers. That's why I'm saying we. I'm not crazy. Well, I might be, but I don't talk to myself, so it's okay. So now we're gonna slice this up and get it ready for the salad. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this into the bite size that you wanna eat it at, so that way maybe your guests don't have to cut it, but you're always gonna give them a knife, hopefully. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this perpendicular to the grain. So I'm gonna do one cut down the middle here. Well, it's not a middle, but I'm gonna cut it like in thirds. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it from there perpendicular to the grain. This meat is not tough at all. This meat is basically you can cut it with a fork once you have it cut into your smaller pieces. So this one is pretty much cooked all the way through. So these are the thinner sections here. You can see. And then we'll see how this bigger one looks. And it might have a little pink in it, which is what I like on my meat. So it does have just a little bit of a pink in there, which is perfect. To me, that's perfectly cooked. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this up. This steak that I got it at one of the big box stores, and honestly, it wasn't very expensive. I think I got a couple pounds of meat for $15, $16, so this isn't a real expensive piece of meat. I'm sure you could use any type of meat you want. The recipe, I think when I looked it up, different recipes call for sirloin and different things. So, all right, so now we have this cut up. I'm gonna set this one off to the side. And I'm gonna bring my salad on here. So we're gonna go ahead and assemble our salad. So I'm gonna start with my strips of steak. They're gonna be front and center. So they're gonna be right here in the middle. Hopefully your friends like red meat, mine do. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the middle. So that's one of my proteins. The next thing I'm gonna add to this is I'm gonna go ahead and add some avocado. I cut these up, they've been sitting around for a little bit, so they're just got a little color to them. So you could put lemon juice on them or a little, anything acidic to help make them not turn brown. And then for any good salad, I like eggs on mine, so I did a hard-boiled egg. The way I do my hard-boiled eggs are I put the eggs in the water first, bring it up to a boil, boil it for 10 minutes, and then I put cool water into the pot to help it change from hot to cold. It's just on a slower transition. And then I try to peel them when I can touch the eggs, because I feel like when you peel the eggs right away, they peel a little bit easier. So I'm gonna put some eggs on there. And then I'm also gonna add, I'm gonna run out of salad space, but the toppings are the best part, right? So I'm gonna add a little bit of caramelized onions that I had left over from another dish. So I'm really big about using what I have left over. And then I'm gonna add some portobello mushrooms. So these are baby portobellos, and I'm gonna set those right here on the side. So look at how yummy that salad looks. It almost looks like a restaurant, huh? All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do is my roasted potatoes. Now I just took a couple, russet potatoes. I cut them up into small dices, and then I mix them with Chinese 5-spice. And again, I mixed them with that Asian barbecue that you can get at SavorySpiceShop.com. And they are not a sponsor. I'm hoping they will be, but they're not. So I just really like the Spice Shop. And these two things bring that Asian flair back into my potatoes now. So again, I'm using the same seasoning I used on my meat, and I'm taking it into my potatoes. Now, if you don't like the flavor of it, don't overwhelm yourself with it, just give a little hint of it. So I took my potatoes, I put them in a bowl, I coated them with olive oil, and then I added a little salt and pepper, and then these two spices, and I added it until they were well coated. Then I put them in my cast iron skillet. I have them in the oven for 450 degrees. And I'm cooking them until basically my fork can go through. So probably it's been about a half hour or so. So we're gonna check those and see if they're ready, okay? Look at those lovely roasted potatoes. I don't want to mess up my board here. All right, look at that. Oh, those look really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and stir them around. So the hotter the oven, the crispier they're gonna get. So these are gonna have a nice crisp to them. So you can see my fork went right into there. So these little beauties are ready to be plated. So I'm gonna take a good portion of those. I'm gonna put them off to the side here. So here is my salad, and I also made some homemade croutons. So I just had some bread that is getting to the point where it's ready to be tossed, and so I put some olive oil on it, and I put some more of the seasoning on it. So again, I'm tying all my flavors in. So this is the Asian Barbecue Delight, and so I'm gonna put those on top of here. I have pumpernickel and sourdough. These are probably really big croutons. I must call them Q-tips. Croutons. Okay. Now my dressing, again, we're keeping that theme of Asian, so I like Asian flavors. So this is a peanut vinaigrette dressing, and so I'll have all those ingredients listed. Again, I put a little bit of this seasoning in there, not a whole lot, just maybe a teaspoon in here to help tie the flavors, but this has it has a lot in it, and I can't remember, and I don't have my recipe in front of me, but those will be listed ding, 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 okay? So they will be right here, so you'll be able to find them. And at the end of all of this, all the recipes will be at the end. One thing I forgot to tell you or ask you, if you like this channel and you like what we're doing here, please remember to subscribe to the channel and then hit the little bell for notifications so that you'll see when the next meal comes up. I think the next one's gonna be chicken a la king. I got a request for that. And then also, if you wanna like and share it on Facebook, don't share it with the mean people, just share it with the happy people. And I would really appreciate it. All right, let's taste test this, okay? So I'm gonna put my dressing on the side just because I don't think I can eat all of this in one sitting. So let me put my dressing on the side. All right, I'm gonna put this on the side. I have fancier bowls. This is just what I have. So the nice thing about this peanut vinaigrette is it's not so heavy. So peanut dressing can get really heavy. It's really thick. This one's not. And I did use regular peanut butter in this, but you know what? The peanut butter powder would give you exactly the same flavor and less calories and stuff like that. So you can do that as well. All right, so there is no way I'm gonna get a piece of everything in here and try this, but I'm gonna get a piece of this meat for sure. When I was a kid and I went to salad bars, I would have like 3 pieces of lettuce and the rest would all be toppings. And my mom's like, well, where's the nutritional value in that? And I'm like, exactly. So, all right, let's get it all in there and dip it in our dressing. All right, here we go, moment of truth. The flavor on that meat, it's very good. The dressing, really good. Everything's pairing well together. This turned out really good. Now let's try the potatoes. If you wanted to dice these up even smaller, you could put the potatoes in the salad. That might be something to do too. Let me taste the potato. Other than being hot, it's really good. It's really good. A little of that dressing might be nice on there too, just to kind of give it a little something something. Well, this was delicious. Thank you so much for joining me today. Oh, the other thing I was gonna tell you, when you open up peanut butter, if you have dogs, my dogs, as soon as they smelled it, they were like sitting right there. So, you know, this dressing has 3 tablespoons of peanut butter plus 2 for the dogs, 1 for each one. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. Remember, be the change you want to see in the world. It starts with us. All we can control is ourselves. So be happy, be joyful, and smile. Even under the mask, you can smile. You just have to have it really big so that your eyes crinkle up. All right? Thank you all. Take care. Bye-bye.